Hi everyone. My name is Jeonghae. I am 27 years old and I currently live in Nigeria. So I joined Hainan program, the core program, because I noticed that communication wise and emotionally I was having difficulties in sharing. And there was just this gap or void within me that I just felt something was lacking within me, I I had this feeling that joining the High Noon program, will create that community and space that I need to really grow and develop myself in this aspect. For my High Noon core program journey, I just built this wall around myself where I wouldn't want to share emotionally and I wouldn't even want to be in any space that would require me to share emotionally, you know. So that was the challenge I was really facing. So joining the program, it has really impacted my life positively and it has made me grow in so many ways. I noticed that my commitment level and my level of dedication has really increased during the program. And I've been able to, communicate more verbally. I've been able to express myself, and also I've been able to really embrace other sisters' point of view and opinion about, certain subjects or topics. So, so the challenge I faced my during the core program, not really a challenge, but it's just timing, the timing difference. When we'll be having our call, for me, it's going to be midnight here, and having our call by midnight will mean that I will most likely be sleeping by 2 a.m. So I always prepared myself, for the call program call, every time. So most of the time I will when I get back from work, I will rest. So I am able to stay awake. I'm be able to, fully participate in the call. That's how I was able to overcome this challenge. Another challenge I faced was that in the group I always had issues, contributing to so many discussions. I noticed that there's so many topics that were really new to me. And I will wonder, well, topics like this exist. And I will see how people would really express themselves, about those kind of topics. And well, all I would do just to, read comments and really broaden my understanding about those kind of discussion. So I've always heard about High Noon. I've always listened to, numerous High Noon podcasts, but the only thing I've not done was to join High Noon program. So I thought to myself, well, I'm having all of this challenge. I want to have a community of sisters. I want to have this. I want to have that. I want to be able to grow emotionally and communication wise. So why not join the core program? And also the core program is for single sisters and single brothers. Basically people preparing for the matching process and the blessing. So I just thought to myself, I'll join the program, right? So I joined the program. Then I came to know about the five Heinun core values. I didn't know they existed, really. And I was amazed by those core values because those values are extremely important that really build every individual, spiritually and in other aspects of their lives. So I adopted the five Heinun core values. I adopted it as my North Star goal. And I told myself I would try my possible best to practice these core values and take one step at a time or take one day at a time in practicing these core values so that I can really internalize it and, fully practice it. And also, I noticed that I had issues with establishing boundaries, when dealing with people. So that was also something I started deliberately working on. The core call and curriculum, has really built me, and it's really preparing me because yes, the core program finished weeks ago, but it's still preparing me for the matching process and eventually the blessing. And um yeah, the curriculum were really, really amazing curriculum, for me before every call I would make sure I go through, the Hundoke text. I'll make sure I watch the videos, so that I can have an idea of what will be discussed, during the call. And so if I had any question, I'll note it down so that we can discuss, during the call. So yeah, the curriculum really, really, really improved, my understanding about, so many topics, and my understanding about, true parents' words concerning singles, concerning youth in general, concerning the marching, concerning the blessing, and concerning how we should really live our lives as, as pure waters. So, and I also feel that, the curriculum is something that I could always go back to. I have access to the Hundoke text. I have access to the videos. I have access to my community. The core program did not just end because the core program ended, right? I still have access to my community. I still have access to my sisters. I could always ask them questions. I could always go back to the Hundoke text. I could always go back to Hainu curriculum in general. I really go through it and still develop myself spiritually. And that is something I'm really grateful for. My main takeaways, right, in joining the core program, really, I won't say that I've reached where I want to be, but I know that I am not where I used to be. And that is something I'm really grateful for. So I will tell every youth out there that if there's something good that you want to do, you know, if joining the High Noon program, will really put you in a better place, will really increase your chances of, of really developing yourself before you go for the blessing, why not join? And not just join, why not fully commit yourself and fully dedicate yourself, in joining the program and getting the most out of it. Secondly, I want to say that the five high noon core values is something that, every adult should really practice. For me, when I discovered the five high noon core values, I was like, no, I had to I had to really practice this. And I told myself that, if I have, you know, um if I have, a blessing partner who's not used to high noon core values, I'll personally teach the five high noon core values to the person. So that is how much I really, really cherish the high noon five, core values. And for me, yes, the core program, finished weeks ago, and we are about to start another one next month, October. You know, um, I have registered for the core program in October, and I want to come back again. I want to really build myself more. I want to continue from where I am. I want to see myself really growing and growing and growing and really feel amazed about myself. I want to consciously or subconsciously be able to share to people honestly and respectfully, to be able to establish boundaries and just really be in a good place, and be in an amazing place with myself. So I would like to advise you know every single out there preparing for the marching and preparing for the blessing, that you should join the High Noon Core program, right? You should join it. Not just join because I'm telling you to join, but join because it is really important that we see ourselves developing positively. We see ourselves growing positively. For me, yes, and the High Noon is really a community. It's really a community that embraces everyone. Yes, the High Noon program, finished weeks ago, and we have another one coming up next month. So there are so many things I'm still committed to doing. Even though the High Noon program I finished weeks ago, I'm still committed to talking to my mentor. You know, Sometime when I have no challenge, um, maybe I'm eager to send her a message. Somehow she sends me a message, and then we chat about it and we trash it out. And then also, I'm still committed to reading so many books. I'm committed to reading True Mother's memoir. I'm also committed to practicing the five Hino core values, which I have adopted as my own core values. And I'm committed to also um journaling my three points of gratitude. It's something I really started, um some months before the program, and it's something I am doing consistently, you know. So I would like to, invite all youths out there, my siblings out there, to really participate in the program coming up next month. Not because I am saying it or because I've shared, you know, so many amazing things about the core program, but it's because, in addition to the things I've shared, it's sometimes good things is best experienced, you know, and I would like you to really experience this greatness that I have experienced. So I hope that I'm going to see you in the core program next month. Thank you. Bye.